Back with another episode 7 of Outfits and Cocktails. I am your host, Lavella to you, and we are live. Going to wait for some people to come in. This episode is going to be one for the books. I'm so excited to get down, chat a little bit, talk with Devon Milan. I've actually personally known her for a little while now, and I feel like I've just seen everything that she's done and her flourishing in the industry. So I can't wait to talk with her. And yeah, gonna wait for some people to come in. I'm actually not drinking today, unfortunately. Wah wah wah. Not because I don't have a liquor sponsor. So if you are seeing this and you do have a liquor brand, please hit me up. Devin just joined, so I'm just gonna wait for her to request, but I just got my tooth pulled, so that's actually the reason why. We love a fashionable poised girl. Devin, you just have to request to join and we'll get this party started. All right. She should be joining now. Hello, hello.
Hey guys, how
Hey
are
girl, hey.
you?
Good, how
Hi.
are you?
Hello. Hold on, let me go put my grill. My manager told me to put my grill in, so let me put my
You
grill
put your
on.
grills in. Put your grills in. Which one we got today? Do you have a bunch of them? Is it like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
I do have a bunch of them, but today I'm gonna go classy. I'm gonna do the Devon grill today.
That's classy. That's considered the classy one.
This is the classy one. The other one is definitely giving like Little John and the East Side Boys, but
Okay. Okay. I'm here for it too. And I can't wait to get my grill. I'm actually about to get Invisalign. So once I close
listen,
my gap up a little bit, then I'm going to holla at your
I
girl.
got you. I got you.
Yes. Well, I'll let a few more people join, but
Okay.
I do have a little introduction for you. But also with the live, I'm going to save it and it's also going to be uploaded on YouTube as well. Let me
Okay.
back this.
Amazing.
Okay, let me back this up a little bit because I feel like I am cut off. Mm, Okay. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so we'll just get right into it. Let me do my introduction. I always like to write a little introduction for all of my guests. So, this week's Vault Select is a true creative force whose work spans from fashion, styling, creative direction, event experiences, and jewelry design. Raised in a family with deep roots in the fashion industry, she's built a career that's uniquely her own, bringing bold ideas to life and creating unforgettable moments through style. Please help me welcome Devon Milan. I need to get one of those like applaud things.
Yes.
But
Hello. Thank you. Thank you
thank
for
you
having me.
thank you for taking the time out. I know we've been going back and forth. So today is the day.
Yes. It's so good to see you, Toya. I just listen. Just first and foremost, I gotta give our viewers, me and Toya go way back, at least over 10 years. Literally.
Definitely
Since
over
Link
10
yes.
years.
Since Lincoln days. So it's just always good to see you still striving, see you still that it girl, and it's been long overdue for us to come together. So
We
cheers.
see each other. Cheers. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a blueberry margarita, and I got some strawberries and raspberries on the top.
That look real good. So I'm actually, mine is kind of like a mocktail today, unfortunately,
Very
because
cute. I see the mint.
it's like a mocktail Hugo Spritz.
Okay, I
But
love it.
I
I
just
love a
got
good
my tooth
spritz.
pulled, and they said I can't drink for like 10 days. I
Oh
wanted
yeah.
to follow it because I didn't want to get dry socket, and
No, no, you gotta follow when it certain things you gotta follow the instructions.
so yes. Well, you'll be drinking for us, and then
Yeah.
we'll be doing this again, and then hopefully by then I'll have my liquor sponsor, and then we'll just be having a
I'm gonna
libation.
help you with that. I got some good plugs when it comes to that, so we'll talk.
We all right, so let's get it right
Okay.
in let's get right into it. Let's get right into it though. So for those meeting you for the first time, who are you beyond your job titles? Who is Devon Milan?
Beyond my job title, I feel like I kind of get stuck in such a fashion category all the time. It's just stylist and fashionista. And although I love that. And I'm blessed to be able to have people associate me with that. I'm really just an overall creative, like, and creative in all aspects, not just, in fashion and lifestyle, but from event curation to even just cool stuff. I'm a nerd. For real. Like, I'm really a
I'm
nerd.
like, what's going on with this art in the background? I'm here for
Yes,
all this art in the background. Ooh,
yes.
who that?
That's my hairdresser, this toque.
Hi.
As y'all can see, I have a really fun, festive house.
Yes, I love that.
Thank you. So yeah, I'm really a nerd. So I love Pokemon, Marvel. I'm very heavily influenced by film and movies. So even down to like my styling, a lot of the times I don't really get inspired just by like runway shows or people's new collections. Like although it's amazing to see, it kind of bores me. I like to actually create character. So I'm inspired by films, different movies, different scenes, even the costume designers behind those movies that would even have them even come up with these concepts to make, certain costuming and things like that. So
Yes.
that's what I think kind of not only keeps me on edge, but it also keeps me innovative. Innovative. I would say that's my biggest thing. I try to be as innovative as possible. I don't like to be in the box. I don't follow trends. I really don't, you know, as I would say for your typical fashion girl, I don't really kind of fit that box. I'm just like,
That's the best thing about
yeah,
you.
this
That's literally the best thing about you. And I feel like what sets you apart because I feel like a lot of people are so trend driven and like, just like if polka dots is in, it's like you going stripes with the polka dots and in a
yeah,
rainbow. Like it's
yes. And
you
I'm
mix
gonna
it.
own it. And I think that's always been me. Like when I was coming up, and just for me from my background, I went to school in the suburbs, so a lot of the looks and the styles and things that I would do, it was almost not, I won't say deemed as clownish, but like out of the box. Like what does this girl have on her? What is she doing? But I've always owned it, and I think that's the biggest thing. It's not about trendy and just really being the best dressed. So there's even stylists and people that I feel that I'm like, they're cool. I'm not gonna say they dress better than me, but I love their aesthetic. I think they're dope. I love what they're doing. But I just put myself in the box where I'm not in competition with anyone. I'm not trying to battle anyone. It's my little puppy. And I'm just like in my own little world.
And I see it and it flourishes through you and it works for you. And that's the whole thing too. I feel like a lot of people don't do what works for them, but it
Exactly.
totally works for you. And I could totally see again, that's why I named so many things that you do creatively. Like you can't get away from it, even down to your house. Like it's creative. Like you're just surrounded by the creativity. So I could
Thank
totally
you.
understand that. So you built a career wearing so many creative hats. Which one feels like home the most?
Ah, I feel like, to be honest, I feel like, I mean, styling, yes, but I feel like more being a creative director and then also the event side. Like, like back in high school, before I even went to college, I was young throwing events where I was making thousands of dollars since I was 15 years old. My mom used to front me the money. And I would go to these venues in Philly, the Pyramid Temple, 923, the Blue Horizon,
Girl.
1310. And I would rent out these venues as a teenager and create elevated experiences for our group. So while everybody was going to WOW, when I did my a party at the Pyramid Temple, even though we weren't even old enough to drink, I created sections. So for $100, I charged 10 people, which really was $10 a person, but they were able to get a section. It had food. I had Perrier and sparkling cider. And I was trying to give that ambiance, that elevated experience ambiance since then. And I feel
Yes.
like as I grew in my career and in my field, I've just taken that same idea. And now that I have resources, money, capital, and I'm old enough to actually do it, I can bring those same experiences to life. So I would say that just kind of just me kind of stepping outside of myself just from being wrapped up in fashion. Although fashion opened the door for me to be here, it's expanded my palette in so many ways.
I agree. I feel like I actually remember those parties, even down to like
Yep,
the Motor Inn, like the North
yep,
American Motor Inn. Like
yep,
I remember
yep.
all the parties. It would be like the fashion shows with the party, the after
The
parties,
after
and
parties, yes, yep. That was me.
I
Literally, I used to
remember
literally go
that.
to my mom and she would front me the money, and I would tell her, "Listen, I want to give you more on your investment." And this is me at 15 talking like this.
Wow. And just to do a little backstory, just also correct me if I'm wrong. So your parents, or I don't know if it's your mom or dad, but your parents own Rodeo Kids on South Street, off of
Both of
South
them,
Street,
yep,
correct?
yep.
Okay, so and then I feel like I always seen that store, but like, can you just give us a little backstory on that? Like growing up, like,
So I grew up an industry baby, a Nepo baby. And my parents, before they opened Rodeo Kids, it was Planet Kid Skins. And my
okay.
mom, and that's kind of how Dapper Dan kind of came into the play. Right before I was born in the late 80s, my mom would go to New York. My dad had a customization built a business where he would customize cars, put the Gucci in the cars, the MCM,
Mm.
exclusive rims.
Pimp my
And
ride style.
yeah. And people used to want clothes to match their cars. So that's how during that time, LL Cool J, Kumo D, Rakim, my mom went to Harlem, sought out Dapper Dan, dropped like 40,000 with him, and built a connection between him and Philadelphia. And a lot of the
Wow.
major players, from our day, like a lot of the, the dope boys and the people that were really making noise in their respective times. So Dapper Dan, kind of taught her the game. My dad also had a background in business, and I was the inspiration. When I was born in the early 90s, my mom just said, I'm going to use her as my muse. So I was a muse since a baby. So
Love it.
Kids is built around me. So
Wow.
yeah, so my mom used to make crazy skin, and that's why they said where Planet Kid Skins came from. They used to use skin, so furs, leathers, crocodiles,
Oh.
all
Which you're
actual,
doing now.
yeah, high
I
end
love
skins,
that.
but for kids. So growing up, you know, not saying I had a different view of reality, but I was fully embedded down to all of my mom's sewers and actually good friends of hers are Russian. So I was raised around, Russian and Armenian sewers. They're like my aunts and my uncles, and I'm still, very, very cool and connected with them to this day. But
Love that.
yeah, my parents just kind of just took the custom game to another level to where outside of them just being the go-to for Philadelphia, they ended up being the go-to for major artists from Patti LaBelle, TLC, Aaliyah. My mom worked with Dapper Dan on the More Than a Woman Chanel piece that Aaliyah had with the white. Yeah, when
Really?
TLC had the album cover with the sacks when they were in the potato sacks,
Mm-hmm.
mine was a part of that. So
Wow.
growing up, it kind of just opened the door for me to the point where I was so embedded in what they were doing that I participated as well. For when Patti LaBelle did 106 in Park, I was the one that made her jeans. I was 15 years old. That was my first celebrity
Wow.
placement. Patti LaBelle on 106 in Park. My mom made the leather poncho with the fox trim around it.
I gotta
That's
look
what made
that
mine.
up. I'm
Yep.
pretty sure I've seen it because I used to be obsessed with 106 in Park. But
Yep.
I'm glad I asked that question because I just knew like Rodeo Kids, and I know like the store has been on South Street. Like I feel like that's like a staple
It's a
in
staple.
Philly.
Yes. Yes.
And I know, your parents and your family was a part of it, but I didn't know it went that deep. But
Oh,
I
for sure.
love
Yeah.
that. And that actually explains so much even about you and your style and you wearing like you designing things with different skins and things like that.
Hmm.
Like it's just it was around me. So
I've
it's
always worked with my hands. Even when I was a kid, that's why I kind of knew I was going to be in fashion. My mom would give me her scrap fabric. So when, like nowadays, I'm like, we're older now. So, like when the kids would hang out with each other and the parents would be upstairs being
mm-hmm.
adults, I would take the kids and have them all lined up, and I would take the fabric and I would create outfits on them. And then I would line everybody up. I would go up to the living room and say, okay, everybody, be prepared.
Fashion show.
We're doing a fashion show.
Yes.
So this was something that I
That was
always,
me. That
yeah,
was me.
that was something that I always knew was going to happen, come like from a young age. So it's just like now being able to have the resources now to really bring my ideas to life is just such a blessing.
I love that. Oh my God, I'm glad I asked you that question. So, what is your fashion take? What is your interpretation or your personal opinion when it comes to fashion?
I would say right now, not that I'm disappointed in fashion, but I feel like social media, also just the way that times are changing now, has kind of changed the trajectory of fashion, from the look, from how we approach fashion to even the aesthetic of fashion. Like even watching Devil Wears Prada too, a lot stood out how with AI and things with fast fashion, people are becoming, relevant based on more so the personality and the personability of the designer versus the actual construction of the piece. And I feel like before, and just in our era growing up, everything was about construction, how we presented ourselves, how we represented ourselves, even down to the being innovative. We were able to determine and look at different designers based on their aesthetic of how they design certain
Yes.
stitch counts, certain ways that people will cut, silhouettes of things, certain fabric choices. And I feel like now, because social media has brought so many people together and has also kind of taken that mystique. Before it was a veil when we came up. It was a veil on fashion. Like, you would look at the Donatellas and the Giannis and the Karl Lagerfelds and the Andre Tallies as almost, not to say immortal, but like so untouchable, like
Yes.
so like it was almost an honor, like like. And then even down to the designers were actually the people that made celebrities. Certain celebrities that wore certain pieces. J Lo, I mean, was relevant based on that Versace piece,
Let's
that
talk
she
about
made.
it.
When certain designers dress you, that not only did it add to your celebrity, but it puts you in a different category. And I feel
Just
like
like
now,
Foxy Brown with
actually,
Galliano,
yeah,
like
what Dior, she was the Dior it girl, literally.
literally.
So it's just like, even with Little Kim, like looking back on a lot of her looks, are still not just a Little Kim created a whole almost culture, almost from the hair to the aesthetic of the makeup to the different skins that she would wear,
To the hair,
so
yeah.
everything. So I feel like right now fashion has it's become more friendly, which I do love. It is opening the doors for more black designers, more uh gay and queer, designers to kind of come in and really shine. But I also feel like there's a slight veil right now. And I want us to get back to actually putting the real work in. Let's stop applauding for mediocrity because someone is popular, and actually applaud the people that are actually putting in the work.
Well, that was very well said. That was very, very well said. Okay, so question to you. How would you describe your personal style in one outfit?
Personal style in one outfit.
Is that hard?
Yes.
Like
Personal
what
style.
would
Okay.
if you could
One is,
describe your style in one like look, like what would you be wearing?
if I could do one look, I like to gender bend. Like, and it's crazy because like I'm probably in the best physical shape of my life. Like before, when I was heavier, you had to be more creative. You kind of had to figure out certain things to wear, stuff that fit your body type, fit your aesthetic. There were certain things that you would avoid. And I feel like as I got older and I kind of transitioned more into like my adult shape right now, which I love,
I
now
love
I'm
it
open.
too.
Thank you. I'm open to wearing things that I probably would have never worn before or had the confidence to wear. But I would say right now, and it's so crazy, I'm probably in the best shape of my life, but I love to gender bend. I love making what most people would say a masculine outfit look feminine.
Okay.
Like when I dress most of the time, don't get me wrong, I put that shit on, I could get sexy, but I love creating outfits where both male and female appreciate it. And like when I go out sometimes and I kind of do like my tomboy chic looks, I like the outfits and the aesthetics that I create is something that even a guy can be like, damn, I will wear that. A
And I
girl,
fuck with
damn.
it.
I
Okay.
didn't think to wear that. In the time where everything is spandex and showing your ass and this, that, Aloe and Lulu and it's just the same uniform, what I call it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Literally.
I like to create looks that is captivating and pleasing to all genders.
Okay.
So if I can say like a typical outfit for me, if I want to go baggy on the bottom, I'm going to go fitted and chic on the top. So I'm always going to
Okay.
have something that cinches the waist, that creates a nice silhouette, that kind of gives, and it's also comfortable because I feel like a lot of the times too, comfortability plays a huge role in fashion. Of course, sometimes we'll wear something that's uncomfortable or a piece that's not it or shoes that hurt.
Those
But
days are over for me.
over, yeah.
Okay.
I feel like
Over.
being able to be comfortable and be fabulous all day outside of just the picture because people they get dressed for the pictures. And then after the picture is taken and they're out for the day, they do not look like what they started out at the end of the night. Half the
6
time the
p.m. is
girls take
different
their
from
shoes.
8 a.m.
Yes. Yes. So I feel like I just like to create beauty, fashion, and comfort where I get the most out of my looks
Okay.
outside of just the picture. Because honestly, I'm very shy. So even when I go to a lot of these marketing events or these fashion week
You're shy?
events, yes, people
Since
don't even notice.
when?
So I'm shy when it comes into new spaces. Like when I'm around celebrity talent, I don't talk. I'm literally like looking around. I let my outfit speak for me. Or now I do the grills. So most of the
Mm-hmm.
time when I have conversations with people or I meet new talent or even get new clients, it's because my outfit opened the door for conversation.
Got it.
And it gave me that comfort and that confidence to be like, okay, well, they think I look cool. So now I can talk to them freely. So, like, even
I
with Brent
understand that.
Fayez, I literally just connected with Brent Fayez based on my grill. I had my grill on, and he was just looking, and he was like, "Yo, your grill is so fire." I started breaking out in the sweat, literally sweating like a stripper. But yeah, literally,
Really? Thank you.
literally, thank you. But I noticed that if you show up, you look good, and you act like you belong, if you belong there, people will respond to you as such. So that has always been like my door opener or my conversation starter is looking nice, showing up overly presentable, and opening the door for just making great conversation.
I feel like I've had to learn that over time. Like, don't be afraid to wear the outfit. And since I've done that, I can totally agree. Just any door, your outfit speaks for you.
It speaks for you.
So
And to
that
me, if
is
you're bold enough to wear it, even if it's something that's so far fetched, like I wore literally a full actual biker armor. Like when you go motorcycle, like BMX, I
hmm
went and wore the full biker armor jacket and hooked it up with the boots. I even bought the knee pads. I put the knee pads over my boot, gave a full bike. If I was to ride a bike and be a motorcyclist, this is what I would look like. And these are the characters that I like to create. So, and
yes.
most thing that people will be scared of, most girls will be like, oh, that's not girly enough. It's not showing body. It's not showing this. I was one of the best dressed. Everyone kept talking to me because I was bold enough to wear something that was so fire, and it was on both. The
And so
guys thought it was
unique.
fire, and the girls thought it was fire.
And you
It
didn't
was
even have to
something
go to
different.
Balenciaga.
No, not at all. I went to Amazon, and that's another thing. Knowing how to mix and match pieces. Biggest thing.
Exactly. We're definitely going to get into that a little later. Okay, so what's a common thread that connects everything you do?
A common thread that connects everything I do. That's a good question. A common thread that connects every. So are we talking a word or more like an action? Like
I would say I know you dibble and dab into so many different things, but like everything kind of is sewn
intertwined in a
together,
way.
intertwining. But like,
Yes.
what connects it?
I would say I'm not even gonna lie to you. I would say fashion. I'm gonna be honest. Fashion is so versatile. It's such a broad category that you can intermix so many things. So like even me doing the jewelry right now. I've had so many jewelers reach out to me on behalf of my clients, but I never really saw the correlation. Now, me designing grills, I create fashion forward grills that actually go with fashion forward moments. Like some of my outfits are even kind of based around my grills. My grill is just that extra takeover, to take it to the next level. Even with the events that I do, a lot of my events, no matter what it is, from the Toro collab that I did, from the event that I did with the Four Seasons, fashion always played some type of way, being that glue that kind of meshed everything together.
Mesh and going back to your original roots, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. So I would say, as much as it's such a broad statement, I would say being fashion forward. Fashion is life. It's a lifestyle.
Literally.
It's not fashion. It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. People don't understand that. People don't understand that. So, do you remember the moment you really started developing your personal style? I know you been into fashion literally your whole entire life. You were your parents' muse, but do you feel like, it's a difference between your mom putting something on you and it's like, no, this is actually what I want to wear and I want to wear this with that. Like,
Right.
do you remember when you started actually
Yeah,
developing?
I would say high school, and I was ostracized for it. Like I was teased. Like I always had my look, and I owned it. Like it was just something that was always me. And it's so crazy because now that I'm in my 30s. People from that I went to school with are like, damn, like I always thought you were weird, but you were just it.
You.
Like you were just you. You were ahead of the curve, and even though I was teased, I stuck to myself. People, when I used to wear furs to school, and I used to wear like my little piece, like my mom had a collaboration with True Religion, so we had a lot of the exclusive True Religion pieces that were more fashion forward versus just the Buddha and the
Mm-hmm. And the
during that
horseshoe.
time. Yeah, so I had a lot of the embroidered pieces that really cool
Mm.
stuff, and I used to get teased for it. When I used to wear my colored furs, my Tibetan lambs, my foxes, they would call me Cookie Monster and Big Bird, and would say all types of crazy things just to try to make, that was something that was out of
Trying to
their
make you
box. So,
feel small because you
yeah.
were just confident doing what you wanted to do.
And I owned it. I would go in there and own it, even down to my hair. I would wear big hair and really cool looks. I used to get Alpina frames. Kids didn't even know what Alpinas were at that time. Carrera, Alpina, Gazelles. And I would be walking around with Alpina frames that were literally from the 80s, that were my parents. And people used to look at me as weird. And me, it wasn't weird. I was different. And I stood out, and I was ahead of my time, and I was impactful. And to be honest, if we had Instagram and social media then, I'd have been shit. Right now, I'd have been one of the top influencers because I was already
Literally.
I was already ahead of that curve, and these were real things. This wasn't, y'all know how now people do stuff for Instagram. They'll buy things for social media or
Right.
create moments. No, this was who I was. This was every day. It was just a Tuesday. Was a Tuesday. So so now it's just like I would definitely say my personal style developed my 10th, 11th grade year. That was probably the
Okay.
most time that I was the most ostracized, but I didn't realize that I was just impactful and ahead of my time. And to this day, those same people recognize me for that.
Walking into the room, owning the room, like you said, still in high
Yes.
school, owning them
Yes.
hallways.
Yes. And I went to a predominantly white school, so they didn't really even
Ooh,
understand.
they were
Didn't understand.
confused.
Confused. They would wear, when you get the free t-shirts, like when you go to a bank or like a festival, they give you free shirts and stuff for
Mm-hmm.
marketing. They would actually wear that to school. Like that would be something that to us would be a pajama shirt or a gym
Exactly.
shirt, and that was like an outfit. So it was just, I was just in the place, and this also says a lot about a lot of creatives too. It's a lesson. Sometimes we're stuck in places where we're not appreciated because we exceeded the capacity of the people that we're around. And sometimes people will try to make us feel small because of what they don't understand. And instead of uplifting us, people will try to tear us down and, oh, it's no, or that's weird. rather than embracing the individuality. So I feel like the beauty of, coming from the time that I came till now is being able to be an individual and be praised about it, because so many times there probably was so many more creative people that had people telling them that they were weird or they didn't belong, that they actually stopped what they were doing because they wanted to fit in.
Hear it so much. You hear that all the time. And I'm glad you stuck with it because clearly, look where you are now. So let's cheers to owning who you are. Cheers to that. And if you're in the chat,
Cheers.
drop your glasses if you are drinking with us, and cheers to that, because owning who you are, especially in the world that we live in now, is so hard. And, it makes you want to conform and be that cookie cutter person, but I'm glad, something in you made you want to stand out. And I feel like that's exactly how I was as a kid. So I definitely understand that. So let's restart a conversation a little bit. Growing up with parents in fashion, what lessons shaped your eye for style?
Uh, Quality over quantity. That's one of the biggest things. And I think that it's been a blessing and curse with me. Like, having parents in fashion, I'm not gonna say it's a blessing and a curse, but it's bittersweet. Because you can't just put out bullshit when you got parents that were fully invested in this. So like to this day, my dad is 77. My mom is 61. And they to this day still help me with my projects. They're still very invested in the things that I do and also holding me accountable for making the most quality product. Even down to my custom designs. My mom is the person that if I make something custom, she's gonna be that one that's gonna tell me, Devin, this is the difference between a $12 zipper and a $50 zipper. Sometimes you can't just go to Joann's. You got to go to Botani. And you
Yeah.
have to get a custom zipper made for certain pieces because that will devalue the whole outfit. Whereas most people have the innovative, they've had the creativity and they're just working with what they got. And because we are in that era where we're so accepting, we clap even though we're not impressed. Like, oh, they're just doing it. And
It's
that's
like,
a
we can give
bittersweet
her
thing.
a 10th place ribbon, a 10th
Yeah,
place trophy. And it's like,
yeah, no, yeah.
no.
Sometimes you just have to do it right. You have to
Yes.
do it right the first time. And so I feel like the beauty of having parents that were in the rag business is not only do I still have their resources to this day. Like if I go to Global Leather in New York, my parents are so vetted that I get 30% off. If I go to High Trimming,
Yeah.
I get
Love
40% off. My parents have been doing it for so long that they have so many resources when it comes to anything. If I need a denim provider, they got that. I need someone that needs to create hardware and buttons, they got that. I need custom zippers made with certain pulleys, they got that.
that.
So even though I would say I didn't get the just proud of anything. You girl, 10th place ribbon. No, they held me to a certain standard. And I appreciate that. Even though it was, I'm not going to say it was like on some Joe Jackson shit. No, but we were definitely like the Jackson Five for sure.
Right.
And that's with all of my siblings. So anything that we said that we were going to do and we took this seriously, even down to my brother in track, we're always going to want you to expand and strive for being the best. And sometimes you need people that are going to hold you accountable, especially your family. So I feel like a lot of my friends that had the parents that, anything that they put out, don't get me wrong, they're great. But we actually had pride in our work at a very young age. And I feel like that's a lot of things that people lack now is pride. People just put out anything for hits, for likes, for instant money versus actually
A
putting the
quick
work in,
flip.
quick flip, instead of actually putting the work in, doing it right the first time, actually being innovative, creative, and giving it your 120%, even if you
First
feel
time
like you're
around.
depleted the first time around. Even if you feel depleted. And that's another thing that my parents instilled in me was stamina. Because so many people they get into these games, they get into these fields, and they expect instant gratification without putting in the proper work, the proper research, actually learning the ins and outs. People are just so satisfied of going to Instagram University. Before with us, it was Google University at least. Now they're going to, and they don't even look at Google. They don't even
Or
read
even
articles.
look with me, YouTube, because
YouTube, yeah,
I bought a surgery machine, didn't even know how to use it, and learn how to
exactly.
thread it and everything on YouTube.
YouTube.
But
Yeah, people now just go to Instagram and think that they can look at, or TikTok and look at a couple quick tutorials, and now they're a master. Now they're calling themselves stylists, calling themselves designers without even having the background. And I'm not even talking about, you don't have to have a strong background, but you have to do the work. And what I've seen a lot of people where this happens and why it's so important to do the work is, especially because of social media, depending on the type of content you put out, people are going to believe you. So if you tell me that you're a designer and you make gowns and you do this, and I've seen some of the pictures that you post and they look amazing, I'm going to believe you. And a lot of the times I've seen people put themselves and present themselves to be something that they weren't ready for that title. They didn't do the proper research for that title. And now you have people that are reaching out to them that's beyond their, well, I'll say their what would it be? When it's beyond their palate, and now they're stuck. I've known stylists that were good at putting those little outfit grids together on
mm-hmm.
Instagram, but you had no tools, you had no resources when it came to with designers. You had no experience into how to properly pull, how to properly style a client, what's the ins and outs of actually putting a production together. And now you're getting clients such as a Katy Perry or a Nicki Minaj that expect you to not only know what you're doing, but also have that decorum, and you're not ready.
And
So I
not
was,
ready.
you're
Ooh,
not
girl.
ready. And the worst thing is being in position for something that you're not ready for, because you never
Ooh.
know when that opportunity is going to come again. So that's why I always tell people, no matter when the opportunity presents itself, always be prepared. If you're pushing yourself out as a hairstylist, a wardrobe stylist, a makeup artist, I don't give a fuck if you make cars. Whatever it is, make sure that you do the ins and outs, you do that research, and you don't have to know it all, but at least know the strong basics where you know that you can adequately complete the job. All the other stuff we can
Ooh.
figure out later.
I say that all the time. One of my friends, he came to me in a way like what you're saying now, and I just was like, let's just say, for instance, Tyler Perry wants to hire you. Do you have a business account? Are you going to be able for them to send you
So
a
sure.
W-4, like a
Right.
W-2? Like, you got to have these things in a row, but you want to be at this level.
You can't skip the process. And that's so many people try to do. They try to skip the process. And I don't care. And even if the worst thing is, a lot of people, they latch on to other entities. Oh, I'm Cardi B's friend. So because I'm Cardi B's friend, that now makes me qualified to be whatever I say I'm going to be. I'm a stylist. I'm a hairdresser. No, just because of the association, that's just one. You got lucky. You got, now you leveled up a little bit. You didn't have to
They
take as
got you in
many
the
steps as the
door.
next person. Exactly. Now that you're in the door, take advantage of the fact that you're around Cardi B. Cardi B's around Law. Cardi B's is working with multiple. She's around Colin. Now that you're around them, learn. Humble yourself, lower your wing, and learn. And I feel like, and this is a saying that I always tell people, and this is something I live by to this day. My 10th grade teacher told me this: 4 for 40 or 40 for 4. You know what that means?
Explain.
So 4 for 40 or 40 for 4. You can have fun for 4 years, and you'll have to work for the next 40 years of your life. Or you can
Mm.
lock in, lower your wing, humble yourself, learn, take advantage of what's around you, and get in the field and hustle your ass off, and you'll have a 40 years smooth. And that's actually the position that I took when all my friends, when I left high school, and I dropped out of college. A lot of my friends were still in college. I dropped out my junior year. I'm definitely can still go back, but I took advantage of what was around me. An opportunity presented itself for me to kind of expand in fashion, and I did it. But while everybody else was going to Miami and doing spring break and going to the clubs and buying shoes and bags and stuff, instead of me buying shoes, I was buying fabric. I was up there. I was at the with my tailor creating pieces. I was locked in. I was learning. I was going to New York, catching that $10 train and that bus. to go to New York and be able to learn and build my resources up, build my name up. And now I'm in my 30s and I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable. There's so much more that I can do, but I live good. I live in a great place. I drive a nice car. I do amazing things. I have celebrities that I once looked up to as peers. And this is all this from me locking in. Them 4 to 5 years where I just locked in and just took this shit seriously and blocked all the bullshit out. I'm now going into my older years comfortable, and I look my best. I look younger than most people because I'm you know what
Literally,
I'm
from when I
saying?
met you now, from when I met you to now, I feel like you look younger. You're more in shape. You seem happier. It's a different glow.
Yep.
So that lock in, it's like I dropped out of college, but I still was locked in like I was
I
in
was
college.
locked
I was
in and
on
I
my
figured
own
it out.
college for my own life.
It was times literally I was on the bus on going to New York, catching that $10 bus and
That
being out
Chinese
there, and I was
bus.
that Chinese bus, and I was working for free. And that's another thing that people don't realize. You got to pay your dues to this shit. Same way you got to pay your dues with anything else. You got to pay your dues. So many of these people here in this new era. Oh, am I getting paid, or what's the budget? Do you even have the experience? You asking for budget and payment. You just being in this room right now is payment. You understand how many times I was just grateful to be a part of the conversation, to be in the room, to just be able to soak up that knowledge? Because let me tell you something, a real hustler can take what they got and flip it. When I did Kanye, when I did Yeezy season 3, even though I did get paid, we got paid I think 2,500. But I took that opportunity after all those free jobs that I did. It finally got me to Kanye and Yeezy. And now I can, and I got paid by Kanye. Now I can honestly say I'm a stylist. I got
Yes.
something under my belt. I did Kanye. I work with Meek. I did this, and I'm getting paid for it. And although it's still paid practice, that was something that solidified me. And it also taught me. I worked hard for it. And I feel like so many people are worrying about the compensation, the reward at the end versus actually taking in the knowledge. And if you're a real hustler can flip anything. I took that. It was 12 of us that was on that stylist team with Kanye. And I was the only one that made a moment of it. Because I didn't wait to be celebrated. I didn't wait for Kanye or Nylon magazine or somebody to discover me and say, good job. No. I'm Devon. I'm a stylist. I work with Kanye motherfucking West on Yeezy season 3. Y'all
Okay.
gonna know me.
And that's
I
gonna be
don't need
iconic till forever.
exactly forever,
Infinity.
infinity. So I'm never stopping. So I didn't wait. Some people wait for their chance or wait to get seen. No, this is what I am. This is what I'm doing. And what's next? Let's up it.
Up the score, okay?
Let's go.
So, what is one city that always inspires you creativity, like creatively?
I would say, to be honest, in the United States, I would say New York and Philadelphia. I'm gonna be honest. Everybody says LA, Miami. LA is horrible. I don't really like the fashion in LA. I feel like because LA is such a Hollywood place, like everything is accepted. What I love about New York, you can drive anywhere and you can see someone fly with a recyclable bag walking down the street of Soho.
Literally.
And it's just fabulous. And they have the most simple, they can have a white t-shirt on, some jeans, and literally
How it's
recyclable
put
tote.
together.
And it's just how it's put together. It's the aesthetic. It's the little things. And it's just fly. They can have dirty sneakers on and they still make it look good. So I would definitely say New York. But one thing I would say about Philly, we have standards to our stuff. We're a little bougie. And I love that about my city because Philly, even though sometimes we could be a little pompous when it comes to, designer pieces and stuff, we get up and we show out. If there's something major going on in the city, the whole city's going to participate. And they're going to put their Sunday's best on. And even if they didn't get it all the way, they tried. And they
They
strive to.
tried.
And that's the biggest thing. Even if we didn't fully make that hit, we tried. And one thing about Philly is we show up. We always going to show up. I don't care what it is. We going to show
That's
up.
so true.
We going to
They
show up.
already renamed LeBron to Legion. Legion.
You see? Anything we watch,
With
watch
John G.
that first game. It's gonna be a fashion show. What?
That first
What?
game? Woo, child.
Like,
That is true.
no, that's what I love about Philly is like I've been everywhere. Atlanta, like Atlanta, you'll see people that's millionaires and they got easy pickings on, and you'll just be like you never
Okay.
know. You just like my same with Miami. Miami can kind of be like, but I feel like between Philly and New York, we got that. We own it. We own it. It's that
I can
swag.
definitely agree with
Even
that.
if you don't got shit, you still can make it look good.
So, what job gives you the biggest adrenaline rush?
I would say, I mean, as far as like my title or like an actual job, like the job.
Um, like your title, like styling or designing. I know even when it comes down to any of your job titles, it could be crunch time when it comes to
For sure.
anything. But which one you say like every single time you get in it, and it's like,
I would say styling. To be honest, I would say styling because sometimes, even when I know how to do the job and I've done it a million times, I still get nervous. And especially too, if the job is too simple, like super simple, it makes me the most nervous because I'm
oh yeah,
like sometimes I'm like when I did the Cheetos commercial with Pepsi,
mm-hmm.
that was a dream come true. But in my mind, I have a certain aesthetic. It's something they're like, no, we just want vanilla. I said, what the fuck is vanilla? They said vanilla, like
Mm,
the most basic fashion. So if the colors are purple, orange, and blue, just give me a purple t-shirt and purple pants. And I'm sitting up here like that's so hard for a person that is innovative, creative. I'm
right.
looking at this mood board and
Like, why can't I use all three? And
yeah,
now
like
in the
what do
look.
you mean? So I feel like what gives me the most anxiety sometimes is styling because no matter what the client is, and I could be so privy and know everything, I still go into it nervous. So that's why I like to, even if I'm working with a small private client, I like to cross my T's and dot my I's. I always have a strong mood board, even just for my reference, not even the client. And I even will take certain looks like, okay, these are stuff I know I can definitely do. Okay, let's start building this look up, and then I'll even have 3 to 4 backups after it, So it's not just now. Some people come, okay, these are the looks we decided on that. No, I
Right.
got if the looks is 3 looks, I got 12s because you
Love
never
that.
know what's going to happen.
You
And
just never know.
clients change their minds. Sometimes things don't fit. Aesthetics change. The set might change. There's so many different things that may happen. So I rather be over prepared than under prepared.
Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Exactly. So sometimes it can be a little bit more stressful. Sometimes in certain situations, it may cost me a little bit more money because I'm now like getting extra accessories and shoe. But if like I said, I rather the job be amazing. I rather the client be happy, and I rather the client return. And I feel like a lot of the times when it comes to creative work, some people don't take advantage of the customer service aspect that comes with it too.
That is
And that's
very
my
true.
biggest thing. It's about not only making the client, not only doing a great job, but making sure that client is going to come back or refer you. I've never really had to reach out to a client. Everybody that I've ever had, anybody I've ever worked to, was based on referral. Literally, referral. I've never
Love
reached
that.
out. I've never had to say, can we work? It was more so, I heard about you from this director, this artist, this manager, and we know that you work good. Because one thing about this stuff too that people fail to realize, talent is only 10% of it. That's only 10%. The rest of it is are you on time? Can we trust you? Are you committed to this project? Are you reliable?
Are
You
you
know,
reliable? Oh my God.
that's the biggest thing. So I don't care how creative you are, how amazing this outfit is. If you didn't come on time, you weren't prepared, or you only had one look, it don't mean shit.
You taking
So
27 breaks? It's like,
exactly, so with me, it's more about not only doing a great job, but also selling the client the experience. people actually pay for the experience of working with me. There's a lot of stylists that are more innovative, that are creative, that are cool, but people come to me not just because they know they're going to get a good job, but they're going to have the Devon Milan experience. And that's the biggest thing. I make them feel good. They look good. They feel amazing. It's impactful, and they remember that feeling. And when you remember that feeling, and when you feel good, and when people feel good with you, they'll spend money with you
And
because it
they'll
was a great.
instantly think when somebody says, I need a stylist, oh my God, I
I gotta,
love
yes,
Devin.
yeah, she was amazing. I felt amazing. She made me feel good. Even those little steps when you go over and beyond, just a little bit. Sometimes I'll go over and beyond. There's certain things I might, I'll bring a bottle of champagne to the set the vibes, get some strawberries, get some sushi. Just those little things just make somebody feel good. It gets them, it builds that comfortability. You know, it's now making it an experience, and that's why I feel like so many creatives are in their mind, like it's a privilege to work with me. And
Yeah.
although yes, it is a privilege to work with me as Devon Milan, but a part of that privilege comes the experience that I give you. So
So good. So good. Okay, so if you could rate one celebrity's closet, whose would it be?
Doja Cat,
Doja?
Doja Cat, I like Doja because
Okay.
Brett, he gives her some good pieces. I like Doja.
Yes.
Uh, I would say Rihanna. Not this era Rihanna. I would say Rihanna circa 2016 to 2019. No.
Before the babies.
2014. Yes. 2014 to 2019, Rihanna. Uh, B has some great pieces too. I'm not gonna lie. B has great pieces. Sometimes I feel like some things could be mixed and matched different, but I always look
Yeah.
at the pieces.
The pieces.
Yeah.
Like, what would I do differently even though I have these pieces?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like even now, like to B's Met Gala look, everything on her was fabulous, but not everything needed to be on her at that time. So like even like the headpiece, I probably would have that probably would have been look too. I would have probably had that grand headpiece with something more sleek in mesh versus all of that on together.
Right. And
You
then
know,
like the cape. I would have worn a
the
cape,
cake,
but I
yeah.
I totally
You see
understand.
what I'm saying? Like, so it's not that the pieces were there. Just sometimes it just needs to be reconstructed differently.
Reconstruct it, scale back, take this
Yes.
away. I
Little
totally
course
understand.
correction.
Okay. If someone experienced every part of your creativity from garments you designed to an event you curated to jewelry you created, what's one feeling that you hope they leave with?
Feeling like that girl. Because I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. If you're able to get all three, if you're able to be styled by me, go to an event that I curated, and have a piece of jewelry from me, that's that's beyond a phenomenal night. That's like history. You're going to remember that for life, you know? So I definitely feel like when it comes to my events, when it comes to the jewelry, the things that I design, everything is very intentional. Because, like I said, I take a lot of pride in my work. Everything is about pride, making sure nothing comes back negatively, just really just
Yeah.
going over and beyond. So I feel like even down to my events, my charity event, I changed the way we did charity. I hate, like in Philly, I hate putting people that are in need on camera. I think it's so tacky. I think it's so tasteless.
I
If
was
I'm in
just
need
talking
right
about
now,
that earlier today.
if I'm in need, the last thing I want is a camera in my face. And I feel like a lot with Philly culture, we have to prove
Like,
something.
I'm
I'm
doing this. Look,
helping.
I'm handing this person this
Look, I'm
turkey.
helping. Yeah, no. When I did my event, I learned from not saying the white people, but more of the corporate people. When they do events, they raise money. They'll host a gala. They'll host some type of event.
A
They'll invite
private
their
auction
private.
or
They'll invite their influential friends that have the money and can actually do something really impactful and also hold them accountable. And we'll party for a purpose. We'll collect the funds and then do something for them. So when I did my charity event, it was called Dinner with the Plug. I invited my influential friends, celebrity guests, athletes, actors, everyone that said that you love me and you're a friend of mine and you care about what I do. I want to hold you accountable and I want you guys to sponsor a child for Christmas.
Love
And
that.
we had a great time. I'm talking about I had exotic snakes at the party. I had
With
a
the
rolling
bumps, the
station.
caviar
I
bumps.
had the
I seen that.
caviar
I
bunch.
gotta come to one of these events.
Yes, you do. And then after that event, we raised toys and money. And then I did a private gifting suite for the families that we wanted to help. That was private. It was something that the kids had a good time. It wasn't no cameras in their face. We had a sponsor come and bring food. And I made them feel like a celebrity. Because when you go to events, we always look for the gifting suites. That's the best thing.
That's the
So
best.
why not
Right.
why not use our influence and make other people feel amazing how we feel amazing? And that's really like that's my thing. So I feel like when it comes to like I said, doing events, even styling, I want people to feel amazing. I want you to remember that. I want you to love it. And when you feel good, you're always going to go back to something that you felt good with.
That is very true. A memorable moment that is timeless and can go a long way, especially for people who are less fortunate or in general. Like a good time is going to always be repeated in every room, every room.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, I want to reset the room a little bit. I know some people are joining, leaving, join. I don't know, but just want to reset the room a little bit. If you are joining us, we are live on Outfits and Cocktails with my Vault Select guest this week, Devon Milan. If you're here with us, make sure you're following Devon and make sure you're following Style Vault. So we're going to get into a game. Our first game is called This or That. You literally just choose between this or that. So,
Okay.
designing or styling?
Styling.
Fashion Week or Art Basel?
Art Basel.
Spring, summer, or fall
There you
wizards?
go. My friend just gave me the face. I said, you gotta go, Art Basel.
Oh, so we should be expecting him this week,
He'll
this
be
year.
here, yes.
Okay,
And we're gonna hang out. We're gonna run it up.
we definitely going to run it up. Okay, so spring, summer, or fall, winter?
For fashion fall winter.
Okay, accessories make the outfit, or outfit speaks for itself.
Accessories make the outfit.
Showing skin or playing with silhouettes.
Silhouettes all the way.
Outfit repeating or never wearing the same look twice.
Outfit repeating. Just
You gotta wear your pieces.
remix it. Remix. I'm a big
Or
on remixing.
remixing, yes, yes, yes. Because I feel like never wearing the same look twice or never wearing your
That's
pieces.
and then sometimes, you know how many times I wore a bomb look and the day didn't go how it was supposed to go?
I need to get this
And
look, and I'm gonna wear it again, and I'm gonna wear it differently still, and I
yes,
still might.
like sometimes it's not about the picture, it's about the moment. So many people get so stuck on, let me take this picture for the gram. It's not always about the picture, it's the moment. It's the moment.
It's the moment.
The picture is just documentation that it really happened. But it's really about the moment. And people forget that.
That's what a lot of people I feel like definitely always forget. So I have another segment. It's called Circuit Black, where I like to just highlight all things black.
Okay.
So if you could style one black icon, past or present, who would it be and why?
Icon, past or present. I'm not gonna lie. And this is I really like to tap in with actors. I really like Chadwick Boseman. I
Okay.
I feel like Chadwick and people don't really give him the flowers that he deserves. But just looking at it from like I would say a more wider perspective, Chadwick has played at least 10 influential black characters, from Thurgood Marshall to Jackie Robinson to the first black superhero in being the Black Panther of Wakanda to being the king on Netflix to so many different, influential James Brown, So for someone to be able to be so versatile, even his Met Gala look, when it was like the cathedral look, his Met Gala look was insane. So I feel like even though Chadwick had a very small window with us, he embodied so many different characteristics that imagine if you were his stylist for every red carpet when he was James Brown, tapping into James Brown's iconic, resume and
I didn't
fashion.
even realize he was that many people when I really think about it.
He and
You
Jackie
just really
Robinson. Jackie
Turns on a
Robinson,
light
imagine the
bulb.
looks that you could have did for that. Wakanda, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like as an actor, he gave so many different versatile performances that as a stylist, and especially when it comes to doing the rollouts and doing the press moments and the press
Mm-hmm.
meets, you can have a ball because you actually can embody different characters versus
Yes.
just coming up with something that's just a plain red carpet look.
Yes. Yes. That actually that makes so much sense. It reminds
And
me
we
of
had him
like
for
what
such a short time, and he still made that much noise.
that much of an impact. Wow. I love that answer. Okay. Which black creative or entrepreneur has inspired your approach to business or fashion?
I'll be honest, and he's so crazy. He irks me sometimes. Kanye. Kanye. You want to know something about Kanye? No matter how crazy he is, no matter what he says, you can't really cancel him. He's so innovative. He's so intelligent. He's so just a genius on so many different spectrums. Even to
Mm-hmm.
when I worked with him, that was probably the hardest job of my life. And it wasn't about the physical. The reason why it was the hardest job of my life was because when we worked with Kanye, Kanye broke us down to build us up.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
So when we first went and did Yeezy season 3, it was 12 of us. And they had us merchandising pieces in categorized, and also uh by the designer, like the which pieces for Easy. And
Mm-hmm.
I really thought, I'm like, did this nigga really have us come here just to merchandise pieces? I'm talking about 15-hour days matching, touching every piece, merchandising, putting it on racks and this. And I did not realize that he did that so we could be familiar with every garment. It was 1,500 models. It was only 12 stylists.
How
He
many
had this
miles?
1,500.
What?
13,
Wow.
1,300 were like the supporters, and then the people are at the top, the Lil Yachty's, the Ian Connors, and the Young Thugs. Those were the 200, the Claremont twins, but
Mm-hmm.
1,500 models. But the reason why he had us merchandise every piece and actually do the work was because the day of the show, they gave us 20 interns each. He didn't want us to touch shit. He wanted us just to create. So because you did
Oh.
the work, those 3 days, hanging every piece, touching every piece, being familiar with every piece, when it came to us performing, we were able to move effortlessly. Because they say when you write, you have muscle memory. If you actually have to
Right.
write versus type, that was the same thing. That was us writing. But instead of us writing with a pen, we were writing with clothes.
Got it.
And
Love that.
so when I say Kanye because no matter what he goes through from being a billionaire to facing bankruptcy, no one could stop his show. And I feel like a lot of people, some people, they face defeat and they become a product of defeat. They take one fall or something does not go right, or they go through something in a relationship, or they go through life shit, or people is talking about them and they cower and they fail. What Kanye has taught us that no matter what people gonna say about you, no matter what you go through, what you gonna do, creativity and talent trumps all. So
Wow. Kanye. Ha ha.
Kanye, no matter what it is that you claim me a lunatic, he a lunatic, but he makes good stuff.
He makes good stuff. No one can take that from
You
him.
can't
That's
take that from
that's for
him.
sure.
Yep.
Okay, so who's a creative everyone should follow besides you?
Damn, a creative that everybody should follow. Like a regular person? I guess a creative. Let me see. Let me think.
It could be somebody from Philly, just somebody you know, someone you've worked with, someone
Let
behind
me
the
say.
scenes.
I'm gonna say, and he's actually a stylist. He's from New York. I'm gonna say everybody needs to follow my friend Demi Dorsey. Now, the reason I'll say Demi Dorsey, Demi is he's a Gemini stylist. But what I love about Demi is so innovative and creative that anything that you give him, you can get them in a box, a paper bag. and he's going to figure out a way to make it a moment. And to
I think I
me,
follow him. Wait, I
yeah,
think I've worked with him in like a small capacity before. Did he used to work with like a girl group?
yes,
And then he
yep,
was styling somebody on Love and Hip Hop Miami?
yep. He was out with
Okay.
even her. What was her name? It started with
I know
D. Yes,
I didn't even want to butcher her name, but I know who you're talking about. He does a
yes,
lot of like virtual looks now, but like it's
yes.
always so unique and different. Yes.
Even with her, she wasn't the most influential person on the Miami show. She was cool, but the fact I like people that can make something out of nothing. And he's one of them people that he can create lemonade from lemon seeds. And that's a force. Because if they can create something out of nothing, imagine if you gave them resources. Imagine
Yes.
if you gave them a budget. Imagine if
Yes.
you actually gave them the adequate things that they needed to properly create and even the time. I've seen this man put shit together in days and hours. And that's a skill. People don't fail to realize that they see these looks on the dream dials and on the girl from they see these looks and they don't know the mental headache, the mental stress, the everything that goes into making this one moment for somebody to wear it for a couple hours.
They don't
It takes
understand.
weeks for a moment that you're going to wear for a couple hours. So I feel like it's not just about the looks that Demi puts together, it's the way that he approaches it. That's why I say people should follow him. Because so many people feel like they need all their resources to make shit happen. And some people do. They don't really have that capacity outside of that. But people like myself, Demi, where we're able to work without having certain things, certain tools to be successful. If you don't even have all the proper tools to be successful and you're still successful, you a
You
force.
got it. Yes. Shout outs to Demi. Shout outs to him. Okay. What business would you purchase from again and why?
What business will I purchase from again? Wow. Shut up. uh, which I have a great experience. See, I wouldn't even say a purchase. I would say I'm a hotel girly. I love beautiful, fabulous hotels. Not even gonna
Black?
lie. Oh, we're talking black. Okay, we're talking black. Okay. I'll say Marriott, but okay, we're talking black. Black business that I would purchase from. Black business. Oh,
It can be from fashion to food, anything. Skincare, lashes, anything.
one I will say, and I'm all about loyalty. There's two businesses that I would purchase from, and I'll do it again. Uh, it's V. They're a glasses company, and Shea Jewelry Co. And these are two black independent creatives. One specializes in jewelry and accessories. The other one is just fully just jewelry. But what I will say is, not only I always like people that come through. Anytime and I've been working with both of them for years.
Okay.
Oh, I will also say stocked up by
Okay.
Philly. And the reason why is because not only are they tapped in, they have amazing customer service, they're always fully stocked, and they always come through for the people. But whenever I need them, and I don't care any shoot, any client, any person that's just randomly pops up in Philly that I have to style on demand, these people come through for me in all capacity. And being a stylist, being a creative, and a person that sometimes we do have jobs that are against the hour, having strong people that believe in your business, see value in what you have going on, and also see the barter. Because I feel like nowadays everybody's like, what can I get out of it?
Right.
You know, they believe in me and support me. And that support, me being able to call and say, hey, I got Koi here. I need about 20 pairs of glasses for this shoe. I don't know. Having someone that's willing and able to do that for you is a
On
blessing.
the spot.
On the spot is a blessing. And not only do they do that, but when it comes to my clients that also see that I work with them, they treat them amazing. as well. So I will say, I feel like when it comes to a lot of black businesses, we sometimes get that scarlet A stigma that we don't know how to conduct ourselves, or shit's not going to be right, or if you go to a black business, it's ghetto. No, they come through. They always show up for me, and I
Especially
appreciate
down with the
that.
customer service. Oh my God. Because
Yes,
it is true. I mean, it's some truth to what people
it
do
is
say, but
true.
I feel like when it comes to black businesses, it's like we gotta be even more harder. Because one little thing, it say it's gonna be here on Tuesday, and it don't get there on Tuesday, they gonna go
For
straight to
weeks,
TikTok.
yeah,
They gonna
yeah.
go straight to Instagram. They going into my comments, commenting on my
Mhm. But you want to know
commenting to my
something
other
though?
people in my comments.
They do that. Well, but you want to know something though? But I will say, and this is something that I want, and I hold myself accountable to this, and that's why I try to push people. If we're going to adopt certain practice, like when it comes to business, and especially being black entrepreneurs, sometimes we have to understand, as much as we try to adopt the policies and practices from these multi-million dollar companies, we also have to practice their customer service as well. So, like, prime example, like, there's been times where I fucked up. Well, I might have had the date wrong. It might have been something with the fabric, when it comes to customs. And sometimes I might have to eat the bullet. I'll take it on the chin to protect my name. It's been times I've given clients completely free outfits, did refunds, half off. Made another outfit on top of that. Like, look, all right, here's this. I know I was late, but I got you. Here's an extra
Mm-hmm.
one. You might get it in 2 weeks, but I got you. But you know what that did? People understand people make mistakes, but people also saw that I care about my clients. I care about my customers. I care about the people that are spending money with me. We have a relationship, because for people to spend money with you, especially in today's society, it has to be a trust there. It has to be something that's a trust. So sometimes I've had to take a L to go forward. And what I've noticed that in certain black businesses will adopt the practices of the Four Seasons and the Cheesecake Factories and the Ultas and Sephora's and all these places, but we don't adopt, if something goes wrong, how can we fix it? We'll literally say, "Oh, ain't no refund." Oh, like what? What do you mean? Sometimes, and what I don't understand is, sometimes, like I said, you got to eat shit a little bit to get ahead, but it'll be worth it in the end.
In the
Would you
end,
rather somebody talk shit about you on TikTok, or would you rather say, "How can we fix this and make this work?" and leave with them feeling good,
still.
still feeling good and wanting to come back? Because even people make mistakes. It's about how you rectify it, and that's the biggest thing. So that's what I would say. For black businesses, while we're adopting these new practices, let's also adopt the customer service as well.
Please and thank you. So, what's a fashion trend that you love that originated from the black community? I
Grills,
know.
grills.
I knew
I
you was
love
going to say.
the I love jewelry, the jewelry. Uh, I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like just the I'm not even going to say it's a trend, just the gaudiness. Like, I feel like the way black people, way we hook our stuff up, the way, like, we are literally the blueprint. We are the mecca. We are everything. Everybody copies, from our hair to our nails to the way that we wear our makeup, even down to our skin color. And me growing up in a predominantly white school and neighborhood my entire life, I didn't go to a black school until I went to college, my third year
Oh,
of
wow.
college. So I've been born and raised around white people my entire life, where I was underrepresented. So, seeing the influence that we have, seeing that je ne sais quoi that we push out, seeing just that oomph, I just feel like we are, yes, we are the mecca. We are literally the blueprint. So,
Yes.
yeah, I would say everything. Literally
Everything, literally.
everything. We
But
have
if you
our
had to
hands
narrow it
in
down, it'll be the grills.
grills, being gaudy with the furs. When Frank Lucas wore that floor length chinchilla ringside, that's a statement. People still, that was in the 70s, and it's still a moment to this
It's
day.
still a moment. Yes, I agree. Cheers to all things black.
Yes.
All right, so let's cleanse our palates and reset the room a little bit. I have a few more games and topics to touch, and then if anyone else is in here and they want to ask any questions, we'll get into some questions from the audience as well. So the next game is Three's Company, and the first question I have is three staples every person should own.
Three staple pieces everyone should own. One, I think a nice, timeless pair of quality glasses. I feel like sometimes people don't, sometimes you just need a very chic pair of black glasses that you could just throw.
Sunglasses are like optical.
Both, but sunglasses. But
Sunglasses? Okay.
I'm cool with optical too. But I feel like a nice plain pair of some sickening glasses and you can just have on a plain sweat, can just take it. It just gives like, I'm just rich and I'm just here. Oh God, put my glasses back. I'm just
Oh
here.
my.
Yes.
Yes.
I will always say another staple piece should always be a nice coat. I feel like, especially when you go out, I hate seeing women in bubble coats and cocktail dresses or going out. Like, you need to have a quality coat at some point, whether it's a trench, whether it's fur, whatever. You need a nice coat.
You
Some
need a nice
people,
coat.
you got an everyday coat and then you need a nice, timeless coat. And I would say, preferably black, a nice earth tone, something very neutral, something that is timeless and could coast through your wardrobe.
Okay.
And another thing that I think a woman always needs, or just a person, three, well, it's kind of three. I was either need a great shoe, a great
Like
shoe,
a shoe, meaning like a pointy toe
a
or
great
like
pair of heels, a strappy sandal, or a pointy toe, but a great stiletto. A
a
great
great
stiletto. You
stiletto.
always need a very chic black dress. And this is any woman, any size. You always should have a nice black dress in the closet. Always a nice
That's a whole
black dress.
outfit.
Yeah.
The
And
glasses
always,
with the coat,
yeah,
the
yeah. And
shoes.
always a nice shoe. Because I feel like so many people get so stuck on designer and things rather than just having nice silhouettes and nice clean pieces. I'd rather see a person dressed in all black, head to toe, nice with nice silhouettes than a whole bunch of designers. I feel like
Very
you
true.
walking in, black glasses, a nice black coat, a nice black dress, a nice black pump sets the precedent, the standard over a whole bunch of designer pieces.
Very, very true. Three accessories that instantly elevate an outfit.
Three accessories that instantly elevate the outfit. One, I would say earrings. You always need a nice pair of earrings, and I'm learning this now. I never was an
Like
earring girl.
studs.
I like a good stud. I like a good statement earring, depending on where you're going. But a
Okay.
very nice, you should always have a nice stud. But outside of that, wear earrings. Just wear earrings.
Okay.
Um, these things that'll elevate any outfit.
Three accessories.
Three accessories.
So we got the earrings.
A nice belt. I feel like people, especially nowadays, people aren't belting like they used to. A
They're
nice belt,
not.
even the waist belts, a nice belt can take something to another level. Can you do me a favor and look at my bag and get my charger? The Louis bag right there. Um, nice bag, a nice bag, a nice pair of earrings.
So
No, a nice
bag.
belt.
Okay,
And the
I was gonna
last one,
say you
yeah.
did say glasses in the last one. So would a nice pair of glasses go into the accessories or
I mean, that's a part of it, yes. But I feel like if I had to pick my must-haves, it would be a belt.
belt, earrings?
Oh, and proper undergarments, proper shapewear. Proper shapewear. I feel like there's so many girls that they will put on something spandex and something stretch. And not saying that you can't wear it. You know, we accept all body types, but have proper undergarments and shapewear. If Beyonce wears a girdle, you need to wear a girdle too. And I'm open to it. I'm
That
very
needs to
big
be
on
on. Needs to be on a T-shirt. If Beyonce wears a girdle, so should you.
it. So should you. Yes. Because
I love
I see
it.
so many girls that I get where you were going, and some girls they're so big on like, oh, I got a big butt, so I want to wear something super stretch and spandex. But you got a butt that's in the gut to match. You got to pick one. You can't have a big gut and a big butt. So if you're gonna have the big butt, put you a nice little girdle on, something that's nice that brings you in and just smooths out the lines. We shouldn't be seeing your belly button through the spandex dress.
Okay. Okay. And we're gonna end it on that. Okay. Okay. So three. I know I asked you. Hopefully you have your pieces with
I
you,
did.
but three wardrobe pieces you can't live without.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you. So
Yes.
one, I got to make a new pair, but these are my favorite. I've had them for 4 years. My Fox Uggs. They're made with Fox. They are the most
Mm.
comfortable and they're durable in snow, anything, and they just take an outfit to another level.
They
So
do.
I
They
know
look
a lot
so
of
warm and
girls.
cozy. I want it to be wintertime.
Yes, and it's levels to the fur. If your fur don't blow, get you
They
another
gotta
one.
go.
You got to go. So I will say it's always a great investment. You know, if you're going to get fur boots or play around with fur, invest in something quality because, like I said, I've had these for 4 years. They still look great. They still
They look.
feel,
They look fresh off the box.
yep, still good. And I'm talking about I've worn them through everything.
Really
Yes. Now another one
love
of my favorite
those.
pieces. You always need a good cool piece, something that's a statement, something that's cool. So this is I have the full set, but this is Off the Runway Marty. This was their from last, I think it was 2 seasons ago. This was like their bubble jacket, bubble coat thing.
Oh, okay. It's
So
a.
it's
Is it
literally
a sweater or is it a coat?
so it's literally a coat, but it looks like a sweater.
Oh, it looks so cozy
It's
too.
wool or a mohair, and it also has the matching trousers. But you always just need a cool, just statement piece that just can take things
You
to.
walk to the room, that's definitely going
That's
to.
gonna take it, yes.
Yes.
And then I'm always gonna do, like I said,
Last but not least.
last but not least, your smile has to be always on point. So this is
Yes.
my Gemini girl. It's diamonds, pink diamonds, rose gold. It also has the smiley face and the sad face, but
Oh, I love that. Is that a top or a bottom grill?
top and my bottoms are all pink diamonds on the bottom.
Love that.
But I will always say it's always good. Uh, just have a cool speech. Like when I smile and I talk, I'm not gonna lie. From my most simple girls to my most extravagant, people really take a strong liking to it. So I will always say, just something that'll make you different. It doesn't have to be a full top eight
And
piece.
I
You can
think the
give it
one
a
thing about grills is like you can make the grills is personalized for your mouth. So you literally can
yes,
do whatever you want with it, whether
yes.
it's one grill or, bunch of
Also,
ones, you
yep,
have your names. Like that's the
yep.
one unique thing
You can
about.
personalize it to your liking.
Yes, I love those pieces. Thank you for showing us.
No
Do you have
problem.
three items on your wish list currently?
Yes. I want, well, this is, it's so crazy. So this is not non-fashion, but this goes into my aesthetic. I want a ninja. I want the frozen dual ninja. And I refuse to buy it for myself because I feel like that's a gift that should be given to me since I'm
Okay.
always making people drinks.
Okay.
So
You talking about the ninja like you can make your own like slushy?
yes, I'm addicted to frozen.
Oh, my
I love
cousin got
frozen.
one.
I want the dual one that you can make like literally. I'm so aesthetically pleasing. Like even my drinks are just are fashion. It just gives everything
Yes.
has to just look cute. My wish list another. I need a new watch. I have a bust down rolling, but I'm not really more into. I want something more plain. So I would say,
Okay.
and I'm not really super specific. I'm open to the different brands. I kind of like if whoever buys me this watch, I want it to come specifically from them and them to choose it. But I do need a
Hmm.
new watch. I definitely need a
Okay.
new watch.
Plain Jane though.
A nice, cute, plain Jane. Yeah, like a cute everyday.
Okay.
And what's on my wish list? not really into bags. I'm not really a bag girl when it comes to super designer bags, but I think I should have a nice classic Chanel is always good. That's it. Very clean. I don't
I
want
agree.
nothing. I'm even happy with the black. Like a nice classic Chanel. Nice mid
I
size.
said I was gonna wait because I don't have a Chanel bag either. I said I'm like I have to wait till I go to Tokyo possibly to get like
Yeah.
a vintage like the even if it's like the 18 karat because they really had like the 18
Yes.
karat
My
gold like
grandma,
hardware.
my grandma had the red one from the 80s.
That's my
My little
dream.
sister lost it. I used to tell
How
her,
does
do
she
not
lose a bag?
took it to school, Howard, and somebody stole it out her dorm. You know, you come home and you go on grandma's stuff, and my grandma, I'm talking about a class act, a class act.
I have
Everything.
to have her.
You understand? I'm still, you know, how you still sick to this
I,
day.
I I understand. I totally understand, and I feel your pain. I'm crushed because that's my dream bag. The red. Oh my god.
The red
The red with
crossbody,
gold.
yes, with the gold accents, yes, with the 18th, yes, yes. So you
Mm-mm-mm.
understand my pain. I wanted to fight.
Ugh. All right. So I have the last segment is called Style Edit, where of course all of the questions are just geared towards style and all things Devon Milan. Okay.
Okay.
So, do you style the outfit first, or do you build the outfit around one hero piece for the look?
Uh, I can say I do a little bit of both, but my go-to is building around the hero piece.
Okay. All right. And when someone says they don't know how to style yet, like they don't know their style yet, where would you say they should start?
I always say not shop to your body type, but when I approach my clients and they don't really know, I always tell them, show me your goal look. Like, what is your inspiration? Like, if you
Okay.
could choose what you always wanted to look like, what would it be? And then from there, I will find, because sometimes some women, they'll be 300 pounds and show me Beyonce. I even had one client like that. She was a size 18. And everything that she showed me as her inspirations were girls off of Pinterest that's a size 0 to 4. But just because you're 18 don't mean we can't give you that look. We just
Right.
have to just alter certain things.
Right.
So I would say, I would definitely say, damn, you made my ADHD. What was the question again? I just lost track
The
of it.
question is when someone says they don't know their style yet, where do they
Personal
start?
style. So yeah, so I like to start off with what is something that they've always wanted to look like, and then we can build something individual that it speaks to them.
Okay. Cause I didn't know you do personal styling as well.
Yeah, I do everything.
Okay.
I do personal styling, closet editing, you know, and of course like appearances and stuff. But a lot of the time, like even with my clients, I'm doing both. It's not just for an event. I'm doing their whole entire like changing and creating their look. That's
So the transition.
yes.
Okay. I love that. I didn't know that. Okay. All right. So, do you think style is a form of self-expression or storytelling?
Yes, storytelling.
Not
I, I got the model scout back here. He hiding.
not storytelling.
I mean, of course, I feel like self expression kind of falls into the category of storytelling, but I
Okay.
would say overall storytelling because with me, I really create characters. It's some days when I dress, I think I'm at breakfast at Tiffany's. It's some days I'm dressing, I think I'm on a movie Biker Boys. Like, you know, it's how I feel. And I feel like, yeah,
Who are you
I
today?
oh, I'm giving like preppy girl realness.
Okay.
Take the grills out, but I had my little Kiss outfit on, my little Kiss short set, a
Mm-hmm.
little cute little socks with my palm angels. I'm giving like really country club daddy. Oh, just this old thing. Let me go get my matcha and dad riding dad's car. You know,
Love that. Love that. Trust fund.
trust fund baby. Yeah,
Trust
like
fund cheap.
yes.
Love that. Okay. So, what's the difference between fashionable and being stylish? Stylish.
Fashionable to me is that you have an understanding of fashion, you know, nice pieces, you look clean, you know, like you look put together. Stylish is personal to me, personal branding. Like those little tidbits that makes this personalized to you. Like if we both wore the same outfit, had the same base and silhouette, but with my accessories, the way that I even tied my sweater on myself, you know, that's style.
Mm-hmm. The grill.
The
The
grill, you know, even the glass, like whatever. It's just that style, you know. It's style. Fashionable is having nice pieces. Styling is taking those pieces to the next level.
I love that. Okay. Has being a designer changed the way you shop? And if so, how?
Of course, one. It's hard for me. Like I've never shopped at Fashion Nova or
Me either.
Shein
Me either.
or like any of those fast fashion places. Like I'd rather go to a place that just has nice clean blanks, like a nice blank polo or a nice blank sweater, than me just get a fast fashion item that everyone, you know, has access to.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely, damn, here you go me my ADHD. What was the question again?
Has being a designer changed the way you
Yes.
shop? And if so,
Yes.
how?
So even I look at fabrics. I like quality over quantity. Like even some things, like I don't lower my palette to fit my budget. If something's out of my budget, I'll wait for it to go on sale versus get a cheap
I do.
dupe, or you know, I'll wait for it to go on sale. Or even like, I mean, I'm not against dupes because like even Amazon, they have like cute little, you know, little shoes. Like some little fillers play their role,
They
but
do.
I rather like my trench coats. I have like a lot of cool. I like oversized trench coats, and I like to like do my own personalization. I've spray painted a couple of them, but I feel like an oversized trench coat in the winter just always gives like a really nice vibe.
You
And
had this one, not to cut you off, sorry, but I think it might have been New York Fashion Week, and it was like a trench coat, and I don't know if it was tie dyed or
it
spray
was spray
painted.
painted. Yeah, the
It
purple
was like
one.
it was just like I need that coat. Did you do
So
that
literally, I did. So what I did, so listen, that coat was originally the trench coat is on was 300. I got the trench coat for $20. I got it when it was from Nasty Gal. It was like, you know how Nasty Gal brings in like other designers. It was like
one?
one of those
Mm-hmm.
collabs. And when the trench coat first came out, it was $300. Waited for it to go on sale during the summertime. I picked it up like probably like around this time right now. Got it for $20, and I just spray painted it. And it was even crazy, the trench coat wasn't built to be oversized. I got it in a size 18. It was a
Mm.
big and tall. And let it, you know, so that's
It
another thing
was
that
so good.
and
That moment was so
it's
good.
crazy. I got another one too during that sale. It was like a hunter green trench coat. It was patent leather. It looked just like the Prada one. People to this day, if I wear this trench coat out, stops me about this coat because it's so chic, it's quality. And like I said, I rather will buy something on sale versus, you know, trying to get a trendy piece. So I feel like me being a designer, I appreciate construction. I appreciate quality. And like I said, if there's something that I can't get, I'll make. Even if I like the silhouette of something, if sometimes it's cheaper for me to go get the fabric and make it myself. So
Literally.
and even too, I like making statements. So I'm very big on repurposing, recycling, deconstructing. So there's been stuff that like even with my broken jewelry, I never throw my broken jewelry away. I put on my broken jewelry in a bag.
In a broken
Eh,
jewelry
Yeah.
literal bag. Yes.
And
Same.
I'm like, either I'm gonna make some jump jeans with this and use some what E3000 and glue that shit on, or I'm gonna put it on a chain, something. But I try to repurpose everything, and I feel like those times, like even like when out for my birthday, when I did dinner with the plug, and I had that, it was a see-through dress, and I had all those like crosses, metal crosses over it.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
Those were that was a literally a $5 dress that it was a swim cover actually that I had got from I think like an easy pick. You know, like those little stores that got the little bathing suits. They had a
Mm-hmm.
sale. It was just a long mesh dress, but that was a great base, a wonderful base. And then what I did was I went online. I found some nice decals. At the time, it was the cross decals. They were nice. They were heavy. They also had places for me to sew. And I hand sewed those decals on. Even my Met Gala look. People went so crazy over my Met Gala look. I went to K&G. K&G always does a 2-for-1 suit. So if you buy a suit, you could get two suits for the price of one. And I
Hmm.
wanted a wide leg palazzo pant, but because it was a cheaper suit, they normally have like straight legs. So took both of those pants, two pairs of pants. I cut them open and made a wide leg palazzo pant. And then I went and got brooches and I put the brooches all over my suit.
Everywhere.
Pins,
We
brooches.
love an innovative girl.
And Rihanna came into me and said, "Girl, you look good." Yeah, I was giving Harlem Nights, rich Harlem Nights, with my suspenders and everything.
Who was she that night? What were you going for that night?
Harlem Nights. It was the Met Gala. It was for, remember when last year when it was Dandy.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna do Dandy, baby. Yeah, Harlem Nights all the way. Call me Smoke. What we doing? Yeah,
Hello,
and people
Daisy.
ate them up. I ate up celebrities. Ate them up. I had them suspenders on. I got a regular men's button up. I had my tailor crop it and cinch it. So it was a
Mm-hmm.
perfect fit. It laid properly and it just gave that look. But people literally would have thought I spent hundreds or almost 1,000. That was literally, the suit cost me 150. The brooches maybe cost me $30.
In your
And
time.
my time.
Love that. Okay, so how can someone start experimenting with fashion if they're so used to playing it safe?
You kind of just gotta jump off the porch, to be honest, and do baby. I always say baby steps. Get something that you like and add to it. So if like, okay, I want to wear this dress or this look. What can be that one thing? Think of one thing that you could do, whether it's an accessory, whether it's an alteration, or even a shoe or something that you can add to it that's going to take it to that next level. And then once you start to get that niche, because a lot of people are scared. I've had so many friends that will dumb themselves down because they're scared of wearing makeup, or they're
Yes.
scared that somebody will think they're doing too much,
Or
and
color. I
or
don't know
color.
why so
Yeah,
many people are afraid of color.
insane. I still think that's insane to me. But even that, but you have people. I don't like this color against my skin. But I'm not even gonna lie. This is also what comes into styling. Some of my most beautiful clients were the most insecure. Some of the people that most people will hold to beauty standard, that think that they're gorgeous, or I want to be like them, were the most difficult clients
Mm,
because they picked their own selves apart. So it's not just with everyday, like literally the girls from the Cuban links to all of them, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody has their own slight insecurities, but it's all about owning it. So I feel like when it comes to styling and being not being scared, sometimes you need that praise to give you that to let
that
you know you that girl.
yeah, to jump out the
Them
plane
off the
and
porch. Yeah, we
yeah.
not we big dogs. We not puppies. So sometimes you need that not saying validation, but you need that encouragement. So like I said, it's little things. Start off with a bolder shoe. If you know that you're scared of trying stuff, you can't go wrong with a shoe. It's a shoe. Start off with a bolder shoe. Maybe if you normally wear stilettos, wear something with a feather. This time, this adds a little drama. Maybe if you're used to wearing dresses, wear a fun stocking. You know, little things, and then eventually build up until you find your real taste palette.
Love that answer. Okay, so are influencers changing fashion for the better or worse?
Worse, for sure. And the
Worse.
reason why is because the keyword influencers. So influencers have influence. And right now we're in a time where a lot of people are psychologically and mentally dumbed down. So they believe anything. Anything that people will watch Instagram before they watch the news. They will believe Instagram before they actually believe the news. So we're in a phase where to creative people, this is great for us because when you're actually creative, if I can sell salt to a slug to you, and you're actually going to go and I actually have a great product to sell. But there's a
Right.
lot of people that are pushing and standing behind things that are bullshit, and because of influencer people, some people don't know the difference between a paid ad and actually somebody liking something.
They really don't.
They can't differentiate the two. So you have influencers that are getting paid, which is their job. I'm one of them. They're getting paid to push a product, and
That
because
you don't
this
even
person,
really truly stand behind.
yeah, stand behind. But even I will even say this about influencers, and this also comes into celebrities. How many celebrities do we know that on the daily, when it comes to them, they look fabulous, hair, makeup, everything done, but when it comes to their brand, they're just selling bullshit because it's quick. They know that their followers like it. They don't even put the effort into it, to the branding, the marketing, all that. It's just a product to them for them to get quick sales. So that has
Mm-hmm.
also dumbed down because you have so many people. Oh, I'm buying this lip gloss because such such. She don't even use her own lip gloss.
She got on Mac.
she don't. She don't even use her own lashes. She don't wear that shit. That little two piece that you up there buying, you won't catch her dead. She might wear it around the house, but she ain't wearing that. But because she's an influencer and she has influence, and a lot of people are influenced by her, they want to seed into it and buy it. So that's why I encourage, and that's why the real influencers to me are to the ones that actually have pride, that actually have pride, that they're standing behind a product, that whatever they push is something that they actually will wear, actually participate in. Like with me, I don't push nothing that I don't see it for myself.
Got
I
it.
can't. I feel weird. Like I literally feel like a creep. Like I can't. Like I've had so many opportunities of people offering me different brand deals for things that I don't believe in or I don't have any interest in. So I can't just sell my followers something based on something that I would not personally wear or
A lot of people
participate in.
don't have any more integrity.
Yep. And that's what it is. And
And
that's what
that
it is.
even goes for not even just the influencer side, even people that are like fashion influencers.
Of
Like,
course. Of course. Even with this Fashion Nova shit. I don't not saying I don't knock Fashion Nova. Fashion Nova probably has cool little pieces that come in handy. But when the one time I did utilize Fashion Nova, and this was actually for one of my clients at the brand, and she bought a whole bunch of Fashion Nova like blanks for the shoot. And when we went to go iron it, the shit melted. Like melted.
I've seen so many things on about Fashion Nova, like on TikTok, and people that used to work for them, like, and it's like, oh, they're like safety pinning and like using like the thing
Yes,
to like cinch
clips,
it in
safety
and
pin,
clamp.
a scrunchie. You know how many times I tied a knot for it to look like? Yes, that's the truth. You do what you got to do, but that's not even on them. That's on you. You got to know the difference. Like if something is being sold for this price, you have to understand. Say we used to go to Forever 21 or Easy Pickens or Joyce Leslie. We used to, you had the cheap stuff there, then you had the stuff that's like, all right, it's like $50, $60. Okay. You know, you got to
Mm-hmm.
pick through. But not everything is for everybody.
That is very true. Everything is not for everybody. This is sidebar, but how do you feel about Akira?
I like Akira, but sometimes Akira can be too much. Now I will say Akira, their quality is way better than the Fashion Novas and all that. And I
Yes.
do like that they have body positive. Like they have stuff that goes from a 0 to a 18, and I love that. And
Yes.
the quality is still the same. But sometimes I think Akira, and they might kind of be like Kiki Riki. I feel like their actual like what is it? Their brand, like whoever is manufacturing them, I feel like they're like in like Russia or Istanbul, like where there's still good quality, but sometimes the stuff is too gaudy. Like there's some things at Akira where it's just like,
I think it's the fact it's like when I think of a Kira store, I think of like if I definitely want something that's like a little razzle dazzle, but it's like
yes,
the whole. It's like you usually are used to a store that has a section of razzle dazzle.
razzle
The
dazzle,
whole
the whole
entire store.
store. Sometimes you be like, yes, yes. Now what I do love though, Akira, you can get a cute quality shoe on sale. Fire cute
Mm.
shoe. That's what I do love about a Kara. Like a Kara, you can actually get a cute quality shoe that is actually going to stand and not, like some girls wear cheap shoes and that shit break the same night. Like
Mm-hmm.
you actually can find some like cute pieces like that. The actually the shoe that I wore, both pieces. When I went to the MCM event, the snakeskin shorts and the snakeskin
Mm-hmm.
shoe, both from
Okay.
Kara. Got them on sale.
Yeah, I only can do Akira like online. I can't go in their
No, in the
store.
store, so that's I'm not even gonna lie, and this is me as a stylist. I have I hate shopping sometimes. I have sometimes the hardest time because I could get overwhelmed. And now that my ADHD, I'm now like officially diagnosed, so I'm
Oh,
like,
it's not just a
I'll
sin.
literally
You
walk
you're
out.
ready. You have it.
Literally. But I don't really I take Adderall when I need to. And it's crazy because I developed it as an adult. Um, but I don't want to rely on Adderall. So right now I almost kind of use Adderall like that. You know how you have like something in emergency, you got to break the
Like
glass to get
break
to
for
it.
okay.
Yeah. So that's like if it's like worst comes to worst, I'll indulge in it. But I would say that my ADHD added to my superpower when it comes to styling and things like that, and also
Okay.
kind of being able my workflow too. But it as I gotten older, it has taken away from my shopping experience. I get like I can't really thrift like I used to. If it's too overwhelming or too many things or it's not organized, I could get overstimulated. So like you said,
Okay.
going that feeling that you felt when you went into a care, I know exactly that feeling. Like sometimes it's like too much. It's just too much.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, for sure. I agree.
Okay. Well, okay. I actually have two more questions.
Okay.
One is what's the difference between having money and having style?
So having money means you can like I said, literally buy anything. I know a lot of people with money that look a hot ass mess. Having
Yes.
style is being able to create lemonades from lemon seeds, being able to take a cheap outfit and make it look like something, make it look expensive. That's the
Mm-hmm.
biggest thing. Making something look quality and expensive. Because I've seen a lot of people who have money and look cheap, look very cheap. And they even
That
make they
part.
even they even make designer clothes look cheap by how they put it on. So I feel like having real style is taking anything, making it look polished, making it look clean, and making it aesthetically pleasing.
Okay. And my last question to you is if you can give everyone one styling tip, what would it be?
If I can give everyone one styling tip, it will be a couple things. One, we want to go back. Wear proper undergarments. That's where it starts first. It starts first with that. There's so many women that probably could have had a outfit that they really loved that they did not wear because their insecurities kicked in because they just didn't have proper undergarments. Not just a girdle, a proper bra. Sometimes girls won't have a good bra and your boobies is sagging down where if you had a nice bra it would have added to that outfit. So it's not just
Mm-hmm.
about your middle, it's about just finding pieces that proper undergarments that's going to help build your outfit. Another thing too is proper accessories, hair and makeup, because I've seen a lot of outfits, and as we can see today, a lot of these girls really can't dress, especially the ones that are influential. A lot of them have a good makeup artist and a good hairstylist that has made a cheap outfit or an ugly outfit look amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing I will say is hair, makeup, and all those little razzle dazzles accessories do play a role. It's either you either have the outfit that's going to speak for yourself and you can do a simple look on hair and makeup, or you make sure that your glam is on point. If you know that you're going to put some little cheapy cheesy shit on, make sure your glam is on point.
Okay. I love
That's
that.
that's major. You can't walk around with a little Shein dress that everybody has, or a little T-shirt dress that got 16 on it that we know that you got from Fashion Nova, and you just walking around. No, have your hair, makeup, and your glam will take you very far, very far. And another thing is Invest in quality, timeless pieces. Invest in nice fillers, a nice bodysuit, a nice pair of tights, a nice pair of stockings. A nice whatever your filler is on the middle, a nice pair of quality jeans. Those type of things. Just having those key fillers can help take any outfit to the next level. But you need nice key things, and when I mean invest is you don't have to break the bank. Wait till shit goes on sale. If you know that you need some boots, wait till the season's about to cross over in the spring and get your boots for next year. You don't have to wear it right now. You don't have to keep shopping for the occasion. Stop shopping for the occasion. I have
Stop
so many
shopping for the
people
occasion.
that wait, oh, I'm about to go out somewhere. Let me go to the store and get an outfit. You're never going to get what you want. Now you're shopping with what you have access to versus what you really want. Stop
So
shopping for
true.
the occasion and build up your pieces. If you see a nice shoe and it was on sale, pick it up. You might not ever. I got shoes that's still in the box I ain't wear for 2 years that I just pulled out.
I got some Brandon Blackwood shoes that I bought and when he was having this sale. I feel like it was like 2, 3 years ago.
Mhm.
I haven't even worn them yet.
Doing it
I
back.
I know they're there, but
Yes,
I haven't worn them yet. And
you
I
bring them out when
know,
you need to, and that's it. But pick up key pieces because when you pick up key pieces, you got a nice key shoe, you got a nice bag, you got a nice jacket, or even a nice filler. You can build the look around it. But
yes,
stop shopping for the occasion. If you keep shopping for the occasion, you're going to waste money and you're not going to get the most out of it.
very true. Love that tip. Love that tip. Okay, so I'm going to give the floor if anyone wants to ask you any questions. I think someone did put a question in the question box. Okay. Okay. What's the biggest mistake people make when getting dressed?
One, shopping for the occasion. Two, not dressing for their body type. Like I said, I see a lot of people that will look at Drea or look at Young Miami or look at Cardi B. Like even me, I have a cute shape, but there's certain things that I just don't wear. I just wouldn't wear. So dress for your body type. Stop shopping for the occasion. And also be innovative. Actually take pride. Like actually take care. Like if you know that you're going somewhere, like prime example, if you're going to like a yacht club and dress accordingly. Look up some cute resort looks. Dress. You're going to a nice dinner. Dress accordingly. And I feel
Please.
like not only will people respond to you, but you'll feel good about yourself.
You'll
Because
feel good.
I know there's been times where I've been with people and they weren't properly dressed for the occasion and it took away from their whole experience because they were worried about what everybody thought about them versus just actually soaking up the room.
Me
So
and my friend, we talk about that all the time. Like how people, and especially like I think it was a thing at like what was that, like Steak 48? Like, why do you have on a stripper outfit to eat dinner? Like, why is your ass on this leather seat
literally,
at dinner?
literally, full fishnet.
Full fishnet. Like, I don't want to see this at dinner. But I don't know. I guess it's and now you're uncomfortable because people looking at you, and then it's like a whole thing.
Yes, yes. And I always tell people dress for the occasion, and also, like I said, just have pride in yourself. I see so many people. Like I actually went to it was one of my friends, and he went to a hookah lounge, and when I walked in, the security kept saying, "Why your face like that?" And I didn't even notice my face was like that. I was just looking at that.
Everything on your face.
I was clutching my pearls. I was
What was
like, I
happening?
don't belong here.
What was happening?
It was that outfits gave me what type of people I was around. I'm talking about stripper outfits with Crocs on and spandex. I'm talking about guts and it wasn't a not body shame or nothing, but it was just like,
A lot.
where am I? This is,
You
and the security like fix your face. I didn't even notice it. I probably was looking traumatized.
You're like,
Yes.
that is so
Woo.
funny. Oh my God. Well, Devin, I had such a time with you. I don't know if anyone has any other questions, but I do want to thank you for joining me
Thank you for
on
having
this
me.
month's episode of Outfits and Cocktails.
It was a pleasure. I had a great time. This was long overdue. And
Long overdue.
listen, when you Art Basel, I'm gonna be in Miami. But if you come up here for Fashion Week, make sure you hit me. I'll definitely be
Yes. Are
outside
you
for sure.
doing are you doing anything like another like curated event before
I'm
Basel
most
or
so I'm working on a pool party for my birthday. Devon
okay.
Milan Yacht Club type of thing, swim club. So I'll let you know the details on that. That's going to be before
Okay.
all this is over, and then we're going to be. I'm actually going to crash Philly Fashion Week, and I'm going to do something in Philadelphia.
Okay. When
So
is Philly's Fashion Week?
it is the 15th to the 20th of September. So
Okay.
I never get invited to Philly Fashion Week. It's so weird. I feel like they never really tap in with like the real Philly creatives that are making a scene and making moves. So I want to do something that's during Philly Fashion Week that's tailored to the real creatives that's really moving and shaking. And I'm actually building that out right now with Bacardi. So I'll keep you posted on that as well.
Yes, keep me posted. Well,
Yes.
thank you everyone for joining us. If you caught the live late, I'll be posting it right after we end this, and it also will be on YouTube. Make sure you are following both me, Devon Milan, and also me, StyleVault001. And yes, I guess we will sign off in style.
Yes.
Thank you,
Cheers.
Devin. Have a good night.
You
Cheers.
too. Cheers. Have a good one. Bye, babe. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.